Well, hello, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I think today will be a smaller stream. We'll see. Alright, yeah, spend more resin. Alright. I believe today is a particularly special day because something I can't remember. Genius Vacation? No, not really. Alright, considering the time I have. Selenic Chronicle. Let's do it. Yes, interactions first. There she is. Is there like an easier way to get up there? Now the rules are the same as before.
3月の女神になったからコマを何回も動かせるなんてことないよな。心配しなくてもそんなズルはしないよ。
Indeed, that was.
ただの冗談だぞ。じゃあ始めようか。
I know how it works. In the middle. That's cheating. What are you gonna do? You fell for it. She doesn't even know her own rules. Yeah, that's right. Too good. I'm too good at this game.
どうしたんだ？今のゲームのことを考えてるのか？
Yeah, one every time.
ただ、このゲームって不思議だなって思って。ああ、そうだな。
I could have won earlier, but
お前が授かった3つの月の力って
I wasn't sure how the rules were last time.
レベルをはるかに超えてるもんな。
Of when they disappear.
もし3人の女神の意見が分かれてなかったら、世界は違う運命をたどったのかも。
What were they like?
そうだね。最初に会ったのは光月の女神ソネット姉様。
Sonnet.
想像してたよりも活発な性格でやんちゃな妹みたいだった。光月の女神アリア姉様は3人の中で一番落ち着いててリ
Just
ー
like
ダーシッ
Alma.
プがあって優しい神だった。あ、ラウマと雰囲気が似てるかも。蒼月の女神カノン姉様は知恵と先見の明のある女神だった。最初に月を
She was
私
the
に
most
託
silent
そ
of
う
the
とし
three.
てくれたのも彼女だよ。
Sounds like all of them were kind deities.
うん。考え方の違いはあってもみんなテイワットがこの家が大好きだった。私がテイワットの未来について話すとほっとした表情で耳を傾けてた。この世界に豊かな未来が訪れることを心か
But
ら
it
喜
won't have the
んで
minute.
た。だからこそ私に力を授けてくれたんだと思う。家に帰れるようにって。
The only one that can continue protecting the world.
もし会えるならありがとうって言いたいな。
Paimon.
私もでも多分無理だ
No
ろう
longer
ね。
possible.
幸い世界は前に進み続けてる。彼女たち
I know.
に守
We
ら
could
れた
always
人
travel to
類
the
もちゃんと
past.
生き延びて月の三女神の物語を語り継いでる。そうだな。毎日精一杯生きて悪党からこの世界を守ることが女神たちへの一番の恩返しになると思うぞ。
You certainly have a way with words, Paimon. In that case, every day's a Thanksgiving for you.
毎日を楽しく過ごす。これがオイラのモットーだからな。コロンビーナも毎日ちゃんと食べて寝て元気に過ごすんだぞ。それとゲームがしたくなったらいつでもオイラたちを呼んでくれ。うん、ありがとう。月並べをするたびに優しい姉様たちのことを思い出すんだろうね。
Want to play chess with the Moon Sisters? She's still hanging out up there? Yeah. Want to take me down here? Dang it, I have to climb up. The hell? Why can't I sit down? Alright.
これからも月光は照らし続ける。
Yes. Alright, there is none. Of which I kinda doubt. Anyway. I think I'm gonna get Loma next. I think she's on phase 2 of this patch. So yeah. I'm just seeing if anyone will pop out.
星と深淵を目指す。
Actually, should I get Loma? No. Maybe I should. Because I'm planning to get Nicole. And, maybe one more. You not cry. I almost forgot to get those. 426. Almost 3 guarantees. No, I won't get llama. No, well. Anyway, we're gonna go to Windrush Peak and do a little side quest here in Millhaven because I don't have that much time. Yeah. I just really explored the city. I really wanted to do the thing, but unfortunately I do not have the time. Not today. There's Dragon, he's over by the gate. Just like always. He tells a completely different story. I see a weasel here.
That weasel. I do know how to help the squirrels. Let's get those pine cones back.
How are we helping the squirrels? What have the squirrels done for us?
Huh? What's over there? Hey, wait, don't run.
Oh my god, it's fast.
Look, over there.
Come back here, you bastard. Reed Miller is 13 years.
Joe, I just can't give the pine cones back. Okay, let's take the pine cones back to the squirrel.
Maybe he was planning to give it to them personally.
The squirrels look really happy. That's great.
この世界も俺に応えているのか。
Elsie bar. Oh, fishing. These guys take a while.
よし、もうすぐ釣れるぞ。やっ
Cerulean Double Drake. Hey, Elsie. Excuse me, you're the golden-haired traveler. Please wait a moment. Do you need our help? I'm afraid I can't help. I have other things to attend to. Goodbye. No, I didn't mean for you to help. After all, if anyone asked a stranger for help every time something went wrong, nobody would ever dare travel. I just wanted to ask if you happen to have a book of love poems. Look, I'm an incredible bard. Maybe the most incredible in all of Mondstadt after Lord Barbados himself. Seriously, I'm amazing. But there's Linus. That pesky bard never seems to admit I'm better. He shows up all the time reciting poems at me non-stop. No matter how you look at it, he's obviously trying to one-up me. The worst thing, every single poem is about love and romance. Things I've never even touched. I mean, could it be that he's trying to flirt with you? No. So I'm taking matters to my own hands. I'm gonna write a love poem so epic and much I'll never forget it. Now I'll teach you what real talent is. You're gonna... You're gonna recite a love poem to him? Of course, since I'm being dedicated all my time to the pursuit of truly great art, I haven't had a chance to experience love myself. Yep. So if you happen to have a poetry collection about love, please sell it to me. Next thing I flip through them a bit. Once I do, inspiration will start pouring in. With talent like mine, that's practically inevitable. Right. You're bringing enough poetry worth of inspiring a genius like me? Under a breeze amidst the forest, bells of the squire before sun and moon. Yeah, I've already seen this interaction before. But let's just do it. Huh? A stone tablet? Let me see. Pigeons. Pigeons. How do you even read this next one? Never mind. Even if I wanted it, there's no way I'd be able to carry it anywhere. Got another poetry collection? Pigeons. Ballads of the Squire. Oh, the story about the Ragvinder clan, right? But it doesn't really work as a love poem. That Fontaine musician never actually falls in love with the Squire Knight. They both just end up dead. And romance is really something best left to the living. So, got any other poetry collections? Breeze amidst the forest. Breeze amidst the forest? Come on, I'm a brilliant bard. You think I wouldn't know that one? I've read it cover to cover more times than I can count. Haven't you got something new? Something new? No, no, maybe I gotta find Linus. Get him to hand over his book. Digging a bunch of holes all over the damn place, goddamn weasel. A Leopoldine. A Leopoldine? Not again. Why does this keep happening? The field's a mess. Oh. What happened here? At this rate, I won't be able to deliver the flowers on time. What am I supposed to tell my customers? What happened? Look at this. The whole field's wrecked. These flowers were coming in beautifully and now they're ruined. Not because of that menace. That's inhuman. I know, right? Well, not human at all. Actually, it's a fire spore. For some reason, it keeps coming down here lately, nibbling the flowers and then flopping around the middle of the field. And it's slippery. The moment anyone hears it, it heads over, it takes off. Just now, it nearly barreled into an elderly man passing by. It's outrageous. This fellow's a real boor, I tell you. Oh wait, hold on. Aren't you the honorary knight? The hero who saved Mondstadt? Then please, I really need your help. Alright, I'll chase it off. Oh my god, it left quite a bit of trail. That's such a relief. I think it headed toward the valley. It's a clever beastie. You might have to lure it out with flowers, though. Well, you can see what's left of mine. Maybe grab a few windrest flowers along the way and use them as bait. Would serve it right to get fooled for once. These poor flowers are completely ruined. I have to replant the whole patch. Honestly. Maybe he really likes your flowers.
All these petals. Maybe that troublemaking forest boy ran off this way.
Most definitely did. Oh, there's a quest here. We can come back for that quest, so why not? Well, there's a lot of borers here. Which one is it? Bitch!
That's why I rolled over in the flowers. Probably didn't scamper it off too far. Probably doesn't see this right away. Let's head back. Yeah, but I didn't find out really look at the forest boy with the flowers.
So this is the little patch, huh? That bastard. 3! 8, 8 the next day. Kind of feels like the sheep Ignatius again. And the wolves. Forest will trample the flower fields. Okay, yeah, you must really love hunting for flowers. Yeah, we're ruining the flower field. It has a lot of health. Charge! I'll just get some more energy back.
Turn around, let the flower field there is taken care of.
He bonked his head a bit too hard. Oh, getting more animal sigils. I didn't even notice. What am I supposed to do with all this animal sigils? Bunch of slims on top. Hello, slims. Kinda killed them for no reason. Nice. Now we've got normal elk. Look at this. Oh, a bit too far. You hostile. No. And take this. Camel horn deer. Nice. Watering the trampled flowers. Oh, you're back. How did it go? We chased it off. Thank you so much. Here, this is for your trouble. Work deserves payment after all. Now I can finally get the flower field back in order. Let's just hope no more inhuman visitors show up again. Too easy. Morning plate. At least I should put an end to the forest boar barging in and wrecking everything. Finally I can focus on growing my flowers again. Nice. Everything's repaired, it's great. Anik, owner of Scents and Senses. Oh. Hello there. Care to try my new fragrance? I like to make a perfume about fragrances. It's all thanks to Mr. Lillian's carefully cultivated flowers. Without fine ingredients, even a skilled perfumer can't create a truly refined fragrance. Mr. Lillian is quite a talented perfumer herself. She always knows how to balance each layer of scent, bringing different aromas together beautifully. Anyway, if you ever come across flowers with a scent you really like, you can bring them to me. I can turn them into a fragrance. Being surrounded by a scent like that can really lift your mood. I can imagine Amelia being here. Make a perfume. Of course, if you hand me the flowers, I'll take care of the blending. Quantity 2. Special perfume wind's breath. Perfume shop in Mondstadt, outstanding and delicate fragrance with a silage that lingers long and fresh in the air, evokes the sweeping flower fields beneath Windrest Peak. Found primarily in northern part of Mondstadt, its fragrance is clear and enduring. I have perfume now. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Why do I want to make that perfume? Who wants it? I have no Siberia. That's great. It was just a tiny little quest right here, so it's fine. Wait, what?
I just don't want to clean bums. To clean all this yourself. This mean there's a bum buried here? That'd be a total disaster. Come on, let's see if there's a bum buried here.
Well, where are we supposed to dig? So I mean it's inside. How are you supposed to know where to dig? Oh, there she is. A little emo Nahida. Bentham owner. Oh, shut. What?
Another one appears at our next day of bump. I wonder what it means.
That means it's down below. So there was one there, pointed to here. This one points down? Down?
You recommend nice, man. One of the witches.
Was me. Fish. Uchida Kotaro. That's not clear enough. Now, how did he carry out the crime? Oh, you got Ryder here? Carry out the crime? Please don't misunderstand me, my friend. I'm thinking through the culprit's method for my next novel. To me, motive and interpersonal drama are important, of course, but they'll never outweigh the credibility of the method itself. For example, say the core trick is this. There are only 7 victims, yet the killer creates the illusion that 8 people have died, misleading everyone into believing the culprit is among the dead. Now imagine telling the reader at the very end, oh actually the killer is an incredibly powerful mage who brought a statue to life to fake the 8th corpse. Or maybe the killer can observe other worlds and casually pull the body from another reality. The readers will come and beat you up, won't they? Right, which is why the method needs to be thought through again and again. A few days ago, I actually came up with the perfect crime while I was drinking out of the windmill, looking for inspiration. Unfortunately, I was too drunk. I only managed to scroll out a few words in a scrap of paper. By the time I sobered up, it was gone. All I remember now is the chirping of birds above my head. Was that a dream, or was it real? Maybe it's Nicole beaming him information. Gather around, feast your eyes. There's a fresh venison today. Let me take a look at the menu. Sure, what would you like to eat? I thought you'll have some, recipes. I guess not. Cheese. Worth it. Crab roll. Cream. And flour, of course. What do the arrows mean, Mason? What do the arrows mean? I thought maybe it'll just point to where it needs to be. Or some shit. You can't dive down, which is strange. Signal is pointing to southeast. That so happens to be southeast. So if this points down, which I'm assuming is south, so I'm looking south right now. Let's go down this way. Sorry about your notice. I'm not sure why I ripped it off, but yeah. So it is.
That's how many do this audio. Look, this teeny tiny text outside says boom. Boom boom, buckle done.
So this is east. Right. This is sort of east. And this points northeast.
Yeah, that's still kind of weird.
Does it? Stand there, slash scraps of paper with what looks like broken lines of handwriting.
Maybe you'll chop the paper for nesting material? There's writing on it too. Why don't you paste it together and see what it says?
Guess we'll have to do it ourselves.
Come on, I'm telling you, at least a little curious. What if it's a treasure map?
A department repeated prodding. The scraps are finally assembled.
Right, moment of truth. This is...
Reassembled note. Of floral fragrances and secret sanctums. I've heard of a species of flower in Leo known as glaze lily, which blooms only at night. All I need is to find some toxic gas that can be sealed into the flower buds. That way no shall seem well by day, while the poison strikes unseen by night. I really am a genius. Oh, it's the writer's notes.
Wait, no way! Is this some kind of crime plan?
What kind of criminal mastermind loses their plan to a bird? Better safe than sorry.
Hey, that kind of thing happens in novels all the time. A perfectly foolproof plan falls apart because of the one thing nobody expected. Let's check the nearby tavern and see if anyone's heard rumors about someone planning a crime lately.
No, I found a different quest. Unfortunate, but that's right. Oh, Lohan.
That guy talks to himself all the time. Didn't he know about some sort of crime method before? What's Rowan doing here? Maybe he knows something as well.
Rowan? You mean Lohan? Genau. What would you like? This is such a hard choice. What's troubling you? Well, my assignment away from home is almost over. Now, wedding anniversary's coming up. But I still haven't picked out a gift for my wife. Worried she won't like what I choose and force a smile anyway. How about perfume? Or worse, what if she accepts it coldly and then takes it as a sign I never cared to understand her tastes at all? That's why I can't afford to be careless about this. I need to choose something I know that she'll love for sure. Goodbye, I'll think about it some more. Hi, Honorary Knight. What wind blew you in today? I found it in a bird's nest. Am I really supposed to hand this over? No. Let me see. Concept's not bad. I give the creativity a 6 out of 10. As for practicality, maybe a 4.
Is this a crime plan?
Funny enough. I came over from the base because I heard rumors that someone around here was playing some strange master plan. But after reading this note, I think I understand how those rumors got started. I'll hand this over to the knights just in case. And if you're free later, stop by my base. You might catch something worth watching. Method. Oh, why can't I remember it? I'll leave you to it. Come on, brain, work with me. Classic, you always on the move. Well, then I'll see you when I see you. Okay. Hey, it'll be alright. Right? Yeah, right. It points this way, but there's nothing there. I don't think I'll be over here. Oh. Might as well deal with this, right? Doesn't mean up there, does it? To Cheva. Huh? That floral fragrance. The layers are well defined, and the finish lingers beautifully. You've got a good sense for these things, it seems. It's because I got perfume on me?
移して。
お静かに。暗闇は怖いですか？
ソーランド行こい。
この世界も俺に応えているのか。
I am not sure. So that one leads to that one leads to this one, I think. I'm not sure what this is. Is it really pointing all the way back? Oh, we'll see. There's no way it goes back this far. I'm following the cardinal directions again. Lillian? I didn't wear this one already. What are you working on? I'm trying to grow flowers with different scents so I can make a range of fragrances. Like this one, Miss Mary. You can craft a top note from it that's as fresh as a light rain, while Lady Gildan over there serves as a grounding, full-bodied middle note. But then, what should the base note be? I know, at times like this, you kind of need an Emilia hanging around. Moon Vigil Angler Gull. Should I go over there? It seems more like hilly trail territory there. Is that a boom?
目を閉じてほらやった
God damn.
ご助力を。
お静かにまたお墓の中で会いましょう
God damn it, why'd you go for them?
流れて。
てやはびこれこの世界も俺に応えているのか
What? Why does it meet here? Anyway, I need to go and get some energy. Let's explore what that place has to offer. Still don't know where that is. Midday prospects, good dang. Alright, where are you gonna take me? Ah, over there. Oh, okay.
"旅の収穫だ."
They've taken over the windmill. Get out of here. For fuck's sake.
信頼カード3。
今宵月を捧ぐご安心を。
暗闇は怖いですか？
Remarkable chest. Who's this guy? Backhouse. Backhouse? Strange. I've never seen one like that before. If I could just get a little closer to take a proper look. Who are you? You're right. I'm a scholar. My research focuses on helichurls, like Elon Musk. This is actually my first time conducting a study on the field on my own. It'll be a lot easier if my teacher were here. Elon Musk. You have a teacher? Yes, her name is Livingstone. Oh, Dr. Livingstone. She is a leading scholar in helichurl studies, and quite an impressive adventurer too. Maybe she'll be able to make sense of this. What are you doing here? I'm observing the hilichurls in this area. Well, to be honest, I've found a rather unusual summichurl nearby. The entire tribe here seems to revolve around it. It's technically a shaman, but its status is almost that of a king. If this really is a previously undocumented ecological structure, my findings might even surprise my teacher. A king? Golden tempered jade. Suspicious. Berries and fried meat. Alright, sure. I only have one of these. Smetana. I can make it. Yeah, buy more milk. This one flies a bit better. You go through
旅の
the
収穫だ。
different one and then the flying is a lot smoother in that one than this one. This one, it really feels digital how you fly. The other one you can change directions easily enough. This one, yeah, it's too digital for my liking, this flying. Get out of here! Oh. You keeping on lookout for them, huh? Huh? Get out of here. Get out of here. I said get out of here. Just because I'm short. Son of a bitch. Alright. Just because she's short.
暗闇は怖いですか暗闇は怖いですか
So what happens when I bring someone tall
ご
over?
助力をこの子たちも
Didn't know the treasure hoarders actually got a fucking ruin god to fight for them. Do I like the Raiden, Shogun, Furuna, Chi-Chi, and Mavuika? Why is there a Chi-Chi in there? These small thousand winged temples? Perhaps. I kind of want to see what that camp was all about. Let's go scout it out. Are they planting crops? What are they doing? Or are they trying to find something?
流れて。
Oh, is this where Klee's bomb is? Whoops. What were they after? Steely. Oh, flying with the Steely. I see, there's 3. One in each camp, I assume. There's one here, and probably one here. That one's a bit far away, but maybe. Can I capture a wolf, I wonder? Fire! Cannot be captured. I got their attention. What you guys doing, man? Just trying to survive here.
満ちて。ご安心でごわいで。はびこれ。
お静かにほら
So much meat. So, I kind of killed them for no reason. Nice. Is there something over here? Oh, just 2 hilichos chilling. Valberries. Okay, ready to go all the seeds.
お静かにほら芽生えよはあはびこれてや死の底へや
の世界も俺に応えているのか。
Yeah, Syria is completely done. No, this one goes straight over there. Let's go deal with these guys. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? Oh. I released them and they don't even want to leave. Hey guys. You guys are free now.
この世界も俺に応えているのか。
I'll come get that later.
移して。
お静かにほら。お静かに。どうやら。
I didn't mean to kill it, but yeah. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, excuse me, buddy. I need to take this. Oh, these are docile. I love the docile ones. We fly. Okay. Oh, what's this one? Nothing really. Yeah, we keep following the path. Oh, there's another one. They're trying to cook the Sealy.
死の底へ。さ
この世界も俺に答えているのか。
They just got orbital strikes.
ソーランド行こいや
お静かに。やさあとや
Do I have to turn it off or something?
この世界も俺に答えているのか。
それ
Oh, I see. Arena time. Hello. Children. Ladler of Broth. Maybe it's because he's a cook.
ほら目を閉して。暗闇は怖いですか。せいほらと夜ですね。
今宵月を捧ぐ
Okay, I can't stop the cooking, so. Holy shit. Save me. That's why they like him so much, because he's the head chef. Bunch of ruin graders. Interesting. There's two. You only got two?
移して
Get some water.
ソーランド行こい
お静かに目を閉して。暗闇は怖いですな。さあいや死の底へ。やっと
Old school essentials. I mean, they were standing
ご
water.
安心を
It's to be expected.
この世界も俺に答えているのか。
Nice. Ancient Monster Royal Seal. What's this? Noblesse secret treasury. You found this ancient seal by chance while exploring. If you collect 2 of the same markings, you may be able to lock the vault left behind by the old aristocracies of Mondstadt. Why would I want to lock it? Wouldn't I want to unlock it? Yeah, there's still these 2. So I'm gonna pop it in here. It really is a drumstick. It's not easy. Nichio. God dang it. Gosh darn it. Is there anything over in this windmill? I think I've been here before, but I can't remember it. Lenoir. Well, I talked to you before. Combined arms, but still isn't where it needs to be. We're gonna need some time before we can call it a day with the improvements. Would you like to try this for accuracy? Well, to be more specific, it comes down to 2 of their core capabilities. Whether it's the accuracy of our long-range target identification or of our muskets. Field artillery and crossbows, there's still room for improvement. Improving these 2 metrics will give us a clear advantage on the battlefield, as it will provide more reaction time and increase our effective range. But if you can't stop the enemy with just long-range warfare, or if the enemy manages to close in on you, then it's time to draw your sword, raise your shield, and settle it with some good old-fashioned face-to-face combat. Unlike our friends over in the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol in Fontaine, the Knights of Favonius are required to master swordsmanship before they can move on to other weapons. Even the Knights of Range Company, which primarily trains with muskets, have to complete the swordsmanship requirement in their annual evaluations. They have to demonstrate the ability to land a solid hit on a Hilichurl fighter within 3 moves, as that buy them some time before help from other squads, other knights arrives. The standards are even higher for those in Combined Arms Company. In short, the training objective is crystal clear. Whether the enemy fights us from a distance or gets up close, we make sure that it doesn't end well for them. I'm trying to be the best at every field. There'll definitely be something else to work on once this job is done. Good point. You certainly have it all figured out. That's why I need to draw a clear line for myself. One last job and then I'm out. I'm heading straight to Captain Frederica's office to request my discharge as soon as I finalize the signal officer manual with Fonia. Is she retiring? I guess she's a veteran. As you can see, I'm just an ordinary windmill technician. Just kidding. Who knows? We might just have the chance to fight it together someday, Honorary Knight. I'm Lenoir, Combined Army Company Signal Officer. I've got a few years before retirement, so I'm still useful for now. Of course, the person you'll be working with will probably be my trainee, Asia Gretel. She's shadowing Amber right now. Oh yeah. Your trainee is shadowing Amber? She's the one with the burb. Yes, a signals officer's core mission is reconnaissance, and Amber has far more experience in this than any of us. But of course, there is a difference between going on a solo recon mission and leading a scouting party from the front. When it comes to plotting routes, picking positions, and staying undetected, there's a lot Amber can teach Asia. I shan't keep you any longer. Don't worry about it. Goodbye for now. Would you like to try this perfume? I'm not sure why I'm giving her perfume, but whatever. Wow, that's so sudden. I didn't expect you to give me a gift. Thank you so much. But I have nothing to give you in return. Let me see. Please take this work meal then. What? Work meal? She gave me food? Sure. Hello.
はびこれ。
流れて。
お静かに。いや暗闇は怖いですか。引くぞ。
What are they doing?
満ちて。
目を閉じて。ほら暗闇は怖いですか。
Bunch of treasure hoarders just camping up top here. The knights are so close too. You bastards.
流れて。
目を閉じて。夜ですね。いや
この世界も俺に応えているのか。
Hey buddies, how you doing? Get the fuck down there. Goodbye. Persistent, aren't they? No, they're just miners. The hell, one of these? It's been so long.
移して。
暗闇は怖いですか。
No, it's pointless. I need some animal person here. I suppose Varkar will do. I see. Pass through Acceleron rings.
好きなものがあれば持ってっていいぞ。
Oh, the phone. Fishing here. There's one way of exploring Dorman Port, I guess. People just go, what the fuck? What's the Grand Master doing? Coolio.
風よ、私に答える。
旅の収穫だ。
I'm right here. Come and get it.
ご助力。
ほら目を閉じて夜ですね。
流れて。そう。憩い。
ほら目を閉じて。さやっとく。ほら夜ですね。
ご助力を。
So much fucking radish.
「お静かに暗闇は怖いですか?」
Did they give nothing? They didn't seem to drop anything. Check the cargo. Cargo filled with heavy parts. So you can't do it again? I'm not sure why I won't let you do it again. Whatever. Look at these guys dancing. How dare ye?
満ちてソーランド憩いふっ行きましょう。ソーランド憩い。
目を閉じてお静かに。さ暗闇は怖いですか？
この世界も俺に応えているのか。よっ
This goes to somewhere? Nowhere really. Broken bridge.
mou を閉じてお静かに。
ご安心を。もうお供え物はいらないから君にあげる。
Man, it just seems like it goes on forever like this. So many birds on this bridge. Apples and fucking radishes, of course. Amatol. New explosives are much more stable now. As long as we can lower production costs and increase consistency, we'll be good. What are you doing? Ah, it's the Honorary Knight. Hello. Investigative Team Weapons Officer Amatol reporting. My new model of explosives has completed prototype testing. Based on current evaluations, its ideal detonation velocity has reached approximately 1/5 the level of Spark Knight's Jumpty Dumpty. Once mass produced, its overall performance is expected to improve further. Provided, of course, that the power of Spark Knight's explosives remains within the range of my previous observations. No. You don't think she'll improve? Wait, isn't that contradictory? Why is the power 1/5, with the overall performance only 1/10? Because the greater the power, the higher the cost, and mass-produced explosives have to account for price, manufacturability, and safety during transport and handling. In practice, the explosives we use are rarely composed of a single agent with the highest detonation velocity. They require desensitizers and stabilizers mixed in, which affects processing difficulty, production speed, yield, and cost efficiency, all of which factor into the final performance rating. So higher power doesn't necessarily mean higher overall performance. Every component must be carefully balanced, with a strict assessment. Such high standards. But it's not about complexity or harsh standards. Anyone who wants to defeat monsters would pursue greater destructive force, wouldn't they? According to the Grand Master and intelligence gathered from our allies in Natlan, the Fatui Harbinger, the captain, the one who could casually destroy a ruined god using nothing but the Spark Knight's crayon, he can throw the equivalent of 10 knights worth of carried explosives with a single swing of one hand from 200 paces away, wiping out entire swarms of monsters. Right now, it's impossible to even imagine reaching that level of destructive power. What firearms will we need to develop to? The pursuit of combat power has no end. We have to keep pushing forward. Never mind the explosive for a second. How are you being? Oh, the Honorary Knight's worried about me? It's an honor. Don't worry. Funny-eyed Dust Bowl and I are all well-fed and well-rested every day. Ursula's being stationed in Dormanport too, so we've got to enjoy big meals together all the time. The only thing I miss is watching the Spark Knight's spectacular fish-blasting sessions. Just a little. And aside from the occasional trip back to Mondstadt for development work and academic meetings, there's hardly anything to complain about. Right now I'm the investigative team's public face here at Dormanport, so I have to stay sharp and work hard. For my personal interest, Dormanport is also a great place to be. Here I get to work closely with the ranged company to combine explosives and muskets. A lot of ideas I used to only sketch might finally take shape and become reality. It's so exciting. Good luck, Amatol. Thank you for your encouragement, Honorary Knight. Rapier versus the sword. Uchida Kotaro. Oh, they're here. Sir Knight, I swear it's just a plot point for a novel. It wasn't a master plan for a crime or anything. I understand, Mr. Uchida. I hear you loud and clear. No need to be so worked up. Why don't you have some tea and calm down first? According to intel from a key informant, your manuscript really doesn't look like a master plan for a crime. After all, it would be extremely impractical to pull off. Why'd you work with us? Excuse me? What do you mean impractical? If you're so brilliant, tell me what's wrong. Too many conditions, and the steps are far too convoluted. You need a poison that fits your exact needs, not to mention a building that matches your specific requirements. One tiny slip at any stage and the whole thing will be exposed instantly, won't it? Not to mention the setup is so convoluted that it's a chore just understanding it all. Now that you mention it, you do have a point. In that case, how should I improve this? I suppose I do dabble in medicine from time to time. How about we try a bit of this, and then a little of that? Oh, honestly, Sir Knight, this job is beneath you. You're far too brilliant. Glenfiddich. Take your time to get through whatever you need, but check with your captain or the liaison officer first, then list everything clearly one by one. You look like you're really busy. I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. I'm currently managing logistics company's supply operations at Dorman Port on behalf of Captain Hertha. And I've been learning the ropes from Captain Hertha for a while now, that I'm handling things on my own. Now that I have handling things on my own, I'm thinking I could really use a second pair of hands. Or 3. Makes me wonder if Captain Hertha actually hit the ground running doing this back in the day. What kind of supplies do you deal with? Logistics company primarily supplies combat gear, consumables, and general provisions. Food and drink are classified under the general provisions category. We've divided these into two main types, the traditional dry stores and the new canned rations that are sourced through a tender by a logistics company. The dry stores come packed in wooden crates that consist mainly of hardtack, jerky, and dried beans. If you don't want to chew on those all day long, you better throw them all into a pot and make a soup or stew out of them. The canned rations come in different menus. Personally, I'd go with the meat stew, mashed potatoes, and Valbury jam combo. You gotta make sure you have enough potable water or your standard issue water purification agents on hand though. Otherwise you'd be drinking brine. So, when I need something, how do I go about putting in a request? Allow me to explain, Commander Tabibito. Commander. First, the knight should identify the item or items they're in need of. Once that's done, they have to fill out a request form with their name, unit, company, and service number. Next, and this is the most important part, they have to take this form to their company captain, or at least their liaison officer, to get a sign-off on the request. Only when we see the sign-off do we then issue the requested supplies. Typically, individual requests do not come to me directly. Instead, they're consolidated at the unit level and then passed on to me. But every now and then someone tries to cut corners and bypass the system. That's a real headache for me. Maybe they had some sort of emergency. Maybe they didn't want to wait too long. I get that. In the field, sticking strictly to established procedures is too rigid and can cause one to miss out on windows of opportunity. But now that we're back in Dorman Port, and things are a lot less frantic down there, we should really try to stick to the standard procedures. How about we take a break and have a couple of drinks? Thanks for asking. I really should be the one making drinks for you. I wouldn't be doing justice to the cocktail night title you gave me otherwise. But I can't leave right now, as I'm still on duty. Once I'm done here, I'll be sure to make a delicious drink for you. I shan't disturb you any longer. Please excuse me, I'd totally spare you more time if I could. Take care. Fonia. The selection is going pretty well. That's you, Honorary Knight. We meet again. Selection was this for. We're looking for new signal officers to ensure that we have the upper hand whenever we fight and when and where we fight. We must improve our ability to gather and act on battlefield intelligence. The role of signals officer was created fairly recently for this very purpose. Unlike the Outriders who move fast and light, signal officers stay back, hold positions, and coordinate closely with the main troops. The alchemical recon gear is complex and demanding, and in terms of mobility they sit somewhere between the light infantry and armored units. This also means that they are more dependent on teamwork and coordination. According to our plan, once the relevant equipment and protocols are fully in place, signals officers will be assigned to every company. This ensures that the capabilities are enhanced evenly and across the board. Basically, drone pilot. That sounds like quite a challenging role. I'm guessing there's a lot to learn there. Yes, overall, a signals officer is certainly held to more stringent standards than a regular knight. Just a few years back, I was still concerned that the technical requirements were too tough and that few would be able to meet them. That's because only 3 individuals had managed to pass Leonora's initial screening. In the end, I was the only one left standing by the time my equipment testing was finally complete. And even though I've transitioned to the role of intelligence officer since, I'm still handling several matters related to the project. Fortunately, the knights coming back from the expedition are showing themselves to be more capable with new concepts and complex mechanisms than anticipated. The plan is well on track. Hopefully we can get the first group of signals officers in place before the next major battle. That'll significantly increase our combat effectiveness. Getting ready for battle, huh? How have you been? Work-wise, I'm doing great. I've been recovering well and have returned to work at full strength. I've got the acting Grandmaster and Captain Albedo to thank for that. Only Amator and the knight who escorted me back then know exactly what happened to me. Most of my fellow knights don't think less of me, and I'm able to get my work done without trouble. I've also finished the outline for my book, The Knight's Guide to the Prevention and Management of Psychic Disruption, which uses my misstep as a case study. I'll do my best to complete the full manuscript as soon as possible. What's going on with the rest of your life? Thanks for asking. After my transfer here to Dorman Port, I rented out my house and moved into a new place here with Emmental. I have plenty of space in our living room for cat trees and cat toys, as well as for Dust Bowl, the cat Emmental adopted. Thanks to the 2 of them, I've been in a rather good mood lately. Lenora also comes by to see us every now and then. It does feel like my life is becoming more interesting. Say, if you're ever around to have the time, do drop by for some tea too. I'd love to pick your brain about possible future directions for the Knights of Favonius. I'll see you again some other time. Of course, I'll be here. Hurstel, hello. Support company gunsmith. Have a cup of tea first. There's no need to rush this. Just take your time to hone your skills and think over the solutions. And one day it'll all come together, and you'll find the inspiration you need. I really like your relaxed, take it easy approach to things. Thank you. That's something I learned from Lisa. Though she left 8th Company long ago, I'll always respect her, no matter what happens at work or elsewhere. Even my close friend Ursula doesn't think about work all the time anymore. But Hedwig, who was my bunkmate when I first joined the unit, just won't listen. Every single day she's out there pushing herself to the limit. Seriously, you've got to pace yourself. Pushing yourself that hard won't do you any good. What kind of inspiration are we talking about here? I'm a gunsmith. For me, the inspiration I'm chasing is the best way to improve musket performance, I guess. Every musket is a whole system. That means that whenever you make modification, you have to consider its impact on the rest of the system. If you try to grab something from a new paint onto an existing platform just because you run into far more complications than you bargained for. Just because. The musket recently adopted by the Knights of Favonius is a reliable and cost-effective model that's been tested and proven in numerous battles by Snezhnaya and Fontaine. We still have some way to go to make it better so that our knights take on every enemy safely. And when you've pushed our musket's modifications as far as they can go, I decided to rethink the entire design. Indeed, coming with a completely new platform from scratch sounds more promising, don't you think? But wouldn't that be really costly? I'm guessing that process would take a long time. Well, money and time aren't our biggest roadblocks. Our greatest obstacle here is mindset. One that wants the prize without having to go through the process of earning it. I'll write to the captain and maybe even the Grand Master about funding. Then I'll have to recruit a few more assistants. I'm off to tea then. Take care. Alright, work on my skills? Well, since you clearly look like you belong on a battlefield, I'd say refining your marksmanship skills is exactly the kind of practice you need. The best marksmen grow up on lead and gunpowder. Skip just one day of practice, your aim starts to slip. What do you say to a quick round? See how you're feeling today? Sure. Give me a second, then I'll get the training rounds and targets prepped. Do I actually shoot? Indeed. Almost out of time. Ah,
きちんとしまっておこう。
why is he standing on the fucking thing? Where's the Gunther? What are you doing? Oh, hello, honorary knight. What exactly are you doing? Why are you standing in the range? Exactly what it looks like. Shooting practice. I am the vice captain of the ranged company, after all. Personally, I much prefer the thrill of getting up close and personal for a good fight, but it wouldn't do to neglect our bread and butter here at the ranged company. In that case, what's with the apple? Oh, it's not me doing the practice, it's those two. Hey, is that aim steady yet? My hands won't stop shaking. And my eyes, I can't keep them steady. You're the target? Where'd they miss? A little pressure is the best motivation, right? Besides, the ammo won't hurt me. If that's the case, why are they shaking? Because if they miss, they have to undergo my special training afterward. Okay, it's the same. Work on my skills. Looks like you found your rhythm after just a few practice shots. That's some talent you've got there. Up for another round of target practice? Of course. It's too easy. It's taking out the targets as fast as you can. Very impressive. Your rhythm and accuracy are on point.
この世界も俺に応えているのか。
Hey, Ursula. As soon as I get this month's pay, I'm gonna have a meal with Emmetall. Then, I'm buying the limited edition portable Commander's Console. Really hope the price hasn't gone up again. Commander's Console? What are you thinking about your salary while standing guard? Because I'm a workplace slacker. No, I am the slacker extraordinaire. Ever since we got back to Dormanport, things haven't been as busy as they were before. In fact, things have been pretty laid back recently. It's not like when we were in Nordkra when we barely had time to rest. We weren't fighting monsters, we were digging trenches, building fortifications, cleaning our weapons, or hauling supplies. Now whenever a knight goes on leave, I can volunteer to cover for them and earn myself some extra pay that way. How does this consider slacking? You're clearly putting in overtime. Right? No, I mean, no? There's more money going into my pocket, so I'm the winner here. Right? Besides, this slacker has other ways of earning herself more. The top 3 shooters at range companies' monthly shoot also get a cash prize. And ever since they started the contest, this slacker has managed to win it every single time. But that's still not slacking, is it? I mean, you clearly get yourself a bonus for good performance. Though working with everyone makes me happy. Shooting makes me happy. Cleaning my musket makes me happy, and eating those canned rations makes me happy. What, really? The salty ones? My life is full of things that make me happy, and I'm raking in the more, so no matter how I look at it, I have to one up over the Knights of Favonius. Are you saving up for something big, or are you really being paid that little? Oh no, that's not it. It's because Armored Assault is pretty popular. The price of their limited edition Commander's Console in Galactic Silver, which is produced in very small numbers, has also been skyrocketing over the years. What the hell is this Armored Assault Commander's Console? If I'm not wrong, I'm actually in the salary tier that's just below the Vice Captain's. But even with my paycheck, these models are quite the expense. It's amazing to me how some folks can snap up a dozen of them at one go. Actually, it sounds like you're doing quite well. Sure doesn't sound like you need a raise anytime soon. I mean, apart from not being able to splurge on all the models and comics I want, I can pretty much buy anything. I've got quite a decent bit of morale left over to eat something delicious with Amator every month. If only that Ermini would stop taking up so much of Amator's time. I just need to get my gift ready for that gloomy Fornia. Amator! She's a good friend of mine from the investigative team. A first-class expert who always hooks me up with wonderful ammo. I got to know her when we were both at support company's clinic. When I first met her, she was covered in bandages from head to toe. She misjudged the safety distance for the controlled demolition and sent herself flying. When I was there, after I botched the testing of high-pressure rounds for a new musket, fired too many rounds in a single burst, the musket blew up and a nasty fragment knocked out my front tooth. That sounds like quite the disaster. Suppose? It didn't hurt that much, though. She burst out laughing when she saw the state I was in. I couldn't help but laugh along, too. That got us chatting and we became friends. I think we'd still be meeting up for meals every week if I hadn't been sent out with the expeditionary force. Amato even said that she was going to get me some grenades that pack a serious punch. Nothing like this clunky launcher-dependent ones that Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol uses. These grenades fit right over the muzzle and are fired using a blank round. This method would get a much, much larger caliber and payload. The goal here is to be able to shatter a military shield with a single hit. The wooden ones? Oddly, while Amato is an expert on ammo, she knows nothing about muskets. Just hope she doesn't end up in the clinic again from one of her tests. Good luck. Thank you, you too. Gunter. Swords do make better wives after all. Lon totally hit the nail on the head with that joke. Muskets are such a chore to maintain in comparison. I see. Not a fan of muskets, are we? No, I don't mean it that way. This thing works really well. If you're a good shot, you can pick off monsters from afar without them even realizing you're there. It's just that firing it may be a blast, but keeping it in working condition is also a real pain. Even though the latest smokeless powder does cut down on the soot, you still have to run a cleaning patch through the barrel and chamber every day. Once step up with the gun oil and you got a greasy mess all over your hands. And after every 370 rounds or so fired, you have to strip that whole thing down and really clean every part. It wouldn't be such a headache if the gunsmiths from support company were around. The thing is, range company operates differently than the others. We usually split into smaller teams and sent to other units to boost their combat effectiveness. The gunsmiths can't follow us around all the time, and when the fighting gets intense, we have to disassemble the musket and clean it every day. We don't use regular rounds. I'll leave you to your musket cleaning then. You mean, use elemental projectiles instead, like the Fatui skirmishers? You think too highly of us. While our muskets are indeed based on technology from Schneerstein, Fontaine, and Mondstadt, we're still missing certain core components that allow us to match the Fatui. Want regular folks like us to make use of elemental energy? Might as well get a squirrel to operate the jukebox at the flagship. Unless we're talking some out-of-box solution, like packing the elemental components into a container then chucking the whole thing. Based on my limited experience, there's not much we can do at this time. So the tech lags behind. Lohan? Yeah, Vice Captain. A powerhouse on the battlefield, a total enigma of it. A Vice Captain truly on the level of a captain. I've been deployed alongside him on several assault missions in the past. For hard targets and the larger monsters, the marksmen from range company typically open fire from a distance of 200 to 300 paces. But when we're facing an occasional enemy that cannot be taken down easily with a burst of focused fire, this distance becomes far less safe for us to shoot. Dispersion and energy retention will be ideal. And once the enemy closes in on us, they put us on the back foot. That's when the Vice Captain steps in to create favorable firing conditions for us. What he likes to do is to pin down the biggest threats on the firing line. That way the rest of us can keep firing until the job is done. Wouldn't that mean you could hit him? They say that distance is safety in our case. The Vice Captain is the rock that keeps us out of the enemy's reach. Now the UGM must get clean. I should just pawn this off to Kosha Hurst though. Alright, let's do this. Gotta get Ursula. Think you can do better than me, Ursula? Let's see. Won't be this formidable. Very impressive. The rhythm and accuracy are on point.
きちんとしまっておこう。
Work on my skills some more. Look at you. Looks like someone has developed a taste for shooting. Your practice probably aren't cutting it for you anymore. Why not bring a real pro and see if you two can pit yourselves against each other? Sure. Go get Ursula.
焦っても仕方ない。まずはお茶でも飲まない。
Too easy.
今月の給料が入ったら
Thank you, you too.
焦っても仕方ない。
Photobomb! Hey, Coach. found a few things out in the wild. Modifying muskets here is getting lazy with their maintenance. Go straighten them out. I don't think that's the only thing that's bothering you. Huh? Are you on mind reading or something? I did run into a bit of trouble. Ordered a batch of medical materials that has to be transported here over land. The merchants transporting materials were taken up by some unknown monsters in the wilderness. No one knows where the shipment is now. I paid for this order out of my own pocket as I want to try making some new parts. So I can't possibly ask the other knights to go through the trouble of tracking it down for me. Guess I'll just have to see if I can take some time off to go look for it myself. Oh, about that. I must support. Take your time to figure things out. My apologies. I guess I got a little carried away with my complaining. Alright, found your shit. Counter crate filled with heavy parts. Crate reclaimed from monsters. It appears to be contain metal goods of considerable weight. Though its owner remains a mystery, perhaps inquiring with the knights and dormant part might point you toward a lead. No way! What a stroke of luck! These are the materials I bought with my money out of my own pocket to develop new parts. I had the merchants transport the shipment overland, but the cargo was taken from some unknown monsters in the wilderness. No one knew where it was. It's been giving me a massive headache, so much so that I even thought about taking a few days off work. A few days off to look for the shipment myself, but now the problem's all solved. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. On to Dolmen Port. To better serve both residents and travelers, the Knights of Favonius have installed this public notice board. Messages and announcements of all kinds may be posted here. Generous reward offered for a private swordsmanship tutor. Applicants must be skilled in practical combat and capable of training my daughter, who currently has no experience at all, to defeat a Rowan Grader on her own within half a month. Interested parties may leave a message. They put this notice up. Half a month? Who do you think your daughter is? Varka? Anna Arundolin? Or Guhua? Guhua. Still talking about martial arts. In this day and age, it's weapons that matter. Guns, from so many places where you can shoot a ruin grader straight through its sensor. You're willing to pay? I'll make sure your daughter gets the best equipment available. Just leave your address here. Once the payment comes through, I'll send it right over. Now, listen to this guy bragging about muskets. If you're that confident, come trade a few blows with me. Forget ruin graders, you probably couldn't even beat me. If you think you deserve that reward, then so do I. Pick me instead. I worked as a mercenary in Port Belovodje for years, and I've got no patience for loudmouth cowards. Belovodje. Scratch out words. A few rounds, huh? Sure, let's do it. You Shenanigans really think I'm scared of you? Midnight tonight, east side of the port, I'll be waiting there for you. You don't chicken out. The most recent news from Nassafonics. Suspect responsible for illegally smuggling muskets through Lumidos Harbor has been apprehended. The Knights extend their thanks to General Manager Casignual for proposing the strategy and led to the arrest. Casignual. It was bait. Missing person post. Oh, missing young female? I guess. Amber. Excuse me, are there any plans to rebuild the sanatorium on Windrest Peak? Just got back from Natlan, and the resort villages were incredible. You got me thinking, what if Munchkin imported phlogiston from Natlan and built a massive phlogiston waterfall like Fontaine's High Seas? They could use Leo's plowstrike to lift the whole sanatorium into the sky, and maybe even invite dancers from Smira to perform. If they do all that, wouldn't the tourists who were planning to visit Natlan end up flocking to Munchkin instead? You know, in a way, it sounds like you might be the one who needs to stay at the sanatorium. In recent days, several thefts have occurred in the market district. Residents and travelers are advised to remain vigilant. Should you notice anyone behaving suspiciously, please report the matter to the Knights of Favonius immediately. Hey people at Dorman Port, I'm opening a tavern here soon, specializing in premium fruit wine imported straight from Smira. Make sure you come by and support the business. Wait, you plan to import fruit wine from Smira and sell it here? Exactly. That's how business works. I even paid a fortune teller from Smira and Nasha Town for advice. She said my tavern is guaranteed to make a fortune. Fortune teller? You mean Hidimbi? Uh-huh. And where are you planning to open it? Right next to Boss Frith's place. Ideally she sells wine, I sell wine, and that's what the fortune teller called a commercial cluster. Once that's in place, the money just rolls in. Now the rent around here might be pretty steep. I might get the place even with the loan. But if that doesn't work out, just open up on Windrest Peak instead. Fewer customers maybe, but the profits should still be great. To mark the triumphant return of our knights at Dorman's Haven, Trade House has reached an agreement with the trade guilds of Dorman Port. For the next 3 months, starting today, the price of all alcoholic beverages throughout the port will be reduced by 1/3. Raise your cups, friends, to freedom, to the homeward winds. Let us drink deeply and celebrate their glorious victory. At the diplomatic request of the Snezhna Grand Vish, all ships arriving from Snezhna must now register the ship owner's identity, any cargo being transported, and the purpose of entry upon docking. This measure is intended to prevent further smuggling. The regulation will remain in effect for at least 1 year, in accordance with the principle of freedom of trade, also acknowledged by the Snezhna delegation during negotiations. Moscow will not impose penalties on those who fail to comply. Any resulting consequences, however, must be borne by the individuals concerned. May the Animal Archon watch over my father at sea and guide him safely home. First of all, may the Animal Archon hear your prayer. Instead, this board is meant for public notices, not for making wishes. Please direct such prayers to the Church of Favonius there instead. The devout brothers and sisters there will gladly pray with you. Come to think of it, I always assumed that little building up by the harbor was one of the Church of Favonius branches, the legendary oldest cathedral in Mondstadt, set to rival even our Pale Crown Palace in Snezhna in sheer grandeur. Then the other day I went there hoping to make a confession and to discover that the church's premises was actually just the open space in front. The building itself is the Fishing Association headquarters. That's full of fishermen. How am I supposed to conclude from that? Does fishing outrang the church here? Please do not misunderstand the situation. The current arrangement is due to the chapel's rather convoluted history. At present, the Church of Favonius premises in Dorman Port consists only of the open space before the Fishing Association headquarters. For further explanation, please consult the church's priests and sisters. Trade in precious gems, rare ores, and all that related products from Lear. They have long-standing partnerships with numerous shipping fleets, guarantee sufficient supply, and stable sales channels. Please note that due to internal planning adjustments within the guild, the shipping route previously operating to Port Belovodje has been temporarily suspended. Feyun Commerce Guild. Merchants in possession of high-quality specialty goods such as Fey-crafted items, precious metalworks, or legally traded antiques are welcome to speak with our liaison in Dorman Port regarding potential trade. We appreciate your understanding. We're trading precious gems. I see. Yeah, start looping. Patricia, the Patty Royal Steward. Leedsburg. I have to remember to grab some carrots later. Sticky honey roast will be perfect tonight. You are? Oh, hi. Looking to buy something? I only meant to stop by and buy a few carrots and sticky honey roast, but the owner had suddenly had something to take care of and ended up asking me to keep an eye on the store instead. So I'm filling in for now. Hopefully he'll be back soon. I think it's the guy out there, Estragon. Signy. Where should I start? What are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just an ordinary passerby checking on goods in a perfectly ordinary way. I thought you were a knight of Favonius on patrol. Suspicious. Why is this place in shambles? I think I'll leave the lighthouse for next time. I'll stay away from that waypoint. Windmill technician Levi. I've been so busy. I still haven't gone around to clean the windmill. The glaciers are going to slip if this keeps up. Wanna have a gliding competition? Clean the windmill, you say? Well, normally I have to climb inside the windmill first, check the machinery for any faults, and see if any dust or grain has gotten stuck. Next, I clean the blades, remove any damaged parts, repair them, and put everything back in place. That's about it for the whole process. If there's major damage to the machinery, I might have to call a mechanic for help. After that, I leave from the top of the windmill and try some proper gliding practice. You seem like a traveler, right? Have you ever been to an island? Where the cliffs there are high and there are tribes skilled in flying? I'm saving up to hope. Hoping one day I can take a ship to an island and learn some of their flight techniques. Goodbye. Take care. Want to have a gliding competition? Oh, sure. That sounds great. Ready when you are. Spontaneously. I'll get up the, Why did it push me down?
うきちんとしまっておこう。
The dungeons? What the hell is this? Ah, this the noblesse lace. Yes. Wait, what? 2 out of 2. Oh, I have it. Might as well. Let's do this. Yes, it's all mine. All mine. What's this music? That was a bit strange, but whatever. Poor child, are you hungry? No, I'm not hungry. I'm not a child, I don't need more. Your clothes need mending. Let the sisters know. Don't try to mend them yourself with a stapler. It's a design element, not a patch-up job. Sisters can help you if you run into any trouble. May the god of Animal protect you. Yeah. May the blah blah blah. Hannelore. Oh, Barbados, please hear my wishes on the wind. What are you doing here? I'm listening to the sound of wind and the voices of the people. With so many merchants and sailors coming and going, it's natural for them to bring more than just goods, but also secrets and sins buried deep within their hearts. Lending an ear to their confessions and soothing their souls, that's the duty of the Church of Favonius. I don't see a church around here. Of course, this is Dorman Port after all. Long before the animal Archon toppled the rule of the Tower's tyrant, this land was already a fief of the Gunhildr clan. It was here that they established Bondstadt's very first sacred sanctuary. But during the dark age of the old aristocracy, the church gradually devolved into a mere puppet of the aristocracy. To signal a total break from the increasingly tyrannical Immenlocher clan, the Gunhildrs of the time seized the bishop sent from Mondstadt, hurled him from the window of the sanctuary's high tower, and subsequently tore it down. Dang. The Church of Favonius. The Gunhildr clan's actions were the true act of piety, a refusal to coexist with those who commit evil in the name of faith. That's why the sanctuary was never rebuilt ever since, and why this place remains roofless to this day. So the Dorman Port belongs to the Gunhildr clan? No. After Vanessa's uprising, the Gunhildr clan led to a push led a push to abolish all hereditary noble fiefdoms, returning both the land and their freedom to the people of Mondstadt. Look at the present day. The once mighty Immunlocker clan has seen its bloodline vanish, and their accomplices have long since lost their former prominence. Time eventually erodes all mighty powers with no partiality, and only the wind continues to blow as it always has. This is also a blessing from Lord Barbados. Second Hilders rejected. Nobility. Oh, fishing. Okay, I think I'll do. I have literally done half of Dorman Port. Yeah, the other half is right there. Across the stone bridge. And the lighthouse itself, as well as 2 quests. One big one. No, take me to the sanatorium, most likely. And then we'll see. So, I guess I'll leave you guys here. As the way things are, I don't think there'll be, I don't think there'll be a crypt up today. But I could be proven wrong, who knows? Shit, I can't be here, I need to collect my cooking shit. No, still needs quite a bit of time. Alright. Catch you in the next one. Oh, nice. Pachina, Baiju, happy birthday. Anyways, Peach.